Uncharted 4 has been by far the biggest PlayStation 4 exclusive thus far in terms of marquee appeal. Uncharted was a major franchise on the PlayStation 3, providing us 3 excellent games, and we've been waiting for Naughty Dog's latest game since the release of the PlayStation 4 back in 2013. After a series of delays, Uncharted 4 was finally released earlier this month to mass critical acclaim. The game is currently sitting at a 93 on Metacritic and is an early contender for the best game of the year. Sony has also announced that the game has sold over 2.7 million copies in its first week on the market. This includes sold through retail and digitally. This now makes Uncharted 4 the best-selling first-party Sony game in North America. And while that does sound very impressive, to be completely honest, that was more of a foregone conclusion. The other big first-party titles in games such as Infamous Second Son and Bloodborne, which some don't even consider the latter first-party, but that's an entirely different subject. Those games don't hold the same name value as Uncharted. However, take nothing away from this accomplishment. Selling 2.7 million copies in a week is an amazing feat, especially when you consider we're not even in the holiday season. When the fall rolls around and we get closer to Christmas, expect sales for the game to continue rising. With 2.7 million units sold in a week, in comparison, we know that Uncharted 3 shipped 3.8 million units at launch. Now that's units shipped, not actually sold. We don't have an accurate first week sales number for Uncharted 3, but even if Uncharted 3 sold more than Uncharted 4, you have to keep in mind that Uncharted 3 was released 5 years into the PS3's lifespan, and that was when that console had an established and much larger user base than the PS4 currently has. With Uncharted 4, the game was released 2.5 years into the PS4's life. There's a smaller user base, and it was released during the spring as opposed to the fall. Regardless, Uncharted 4 has sold very well, and from a commercial and critical standpoint, the game has been an absolute home run. Now Naughty Dog has said that they are closing the book on Uncharted for now, but with sales like this and the success that Uncharted has generated for nearly a decade, at the end of the day, we have to remember that this is a business. And why end one of the most successful franchises in the history of PlayStation for good? We probably won't see another game for a while. Naughty Dog seems to be focusing their attention on a different project for the future, with that most likely being The Last of Us 2, but I wouldn't completely close the door on another Uncharted game in the future. It's a gigantic franchise that the casual market knows very well. We probably won't see it for a while, but at some point, don't be too surprised if we see another Uncharted game. Well, for now, we've got Uncharted 4, we've got one of the most successful games of this generation, and we've got one of the best games this generation. If you have yet to play any of the Uncharted games, I highly recommend you go pick up the Nathan Drake collection, play through all of those, then go buy Uncharted 4, play through that, and you can thank me later. What do you think? Have you gotten a chance to play Uncharted 4? Do you think it lived up to the hype, or was it a bit of a disappointment? What would you like to see next from Naughty Dog? Comment your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
I'm kind of the reason we're all here.